Hello. So today we're going to be using a tool on MagicSchoolAI, and it is a custom chatbot. Now, we as teachers can feel uncomfortable having our students use AI, and this chatbot is a good way to have them use a very cool and helpful tool, but still have guidelines within that use. So the first thing you're going to do is go to this website, Magic School AI. So here is how it looks. When you are here, you can go ahead and either log in or sign up. I'm going to log in because I have an account. Once you have logged in, you're going to see the home page. Now, what you'll want to do is go to Magic Student over here. And the reason for that is that this website has so many tools. Like as we can see on the home page, there are so many different things and it can get very overwhelming. And so Magic Student is a good way to put everything that you want to use for whatever subject or whatever classroom you'd like, and it's a good way to organize those tools. So I'm going to click on Magic Student and go to Student Rooms. Here's where you can get started and create a classroom to organize some tools in. So I'm going to click Create New Room. When I'm here, I can just name whatever I want this to be. I'm going to name it 3rd grade and put the year because that way I know which year I used this. And choose your grade. Now for the Mac students, if you don't have your students make an account to use this, which I do not have mine make an account, it's going to count every single time they use it as a student. So I'm going to make sure that I put enough that my students can use it without logging in however many times. And I think 500 would be enough. Then I'm going to click Next. And we want the chatbot, so we're going to click Chatbots, scroll down and find Custom Chatbot. Click Add, and go back up and click Next. Now that you're here, you're going to customize this chatbot to make it what you would like it to do and what you would like it to be for your students. So go ahead and click that. This is just a preview of what your students will see, so this will change as we change configurations. So first I'm going to name this chatbot. To make it fun, I'm going to just call him Mr. Wizard. This way I can just say, go ask Mr. Wizard when I want them to use this. For the description, this is kind of what you want it to say when the kids look at it. So for my description, I'm going to say, ask Mr. Wizard a question. That's it. Just gonna keep it simple. Then I'm going to change the voice. It doesn't really matter what voice you choose, but since mine is Mr., I'm going to keep the male voice, which is this one. Then make sure it's the correct grade level. And for the instructions, I'm going to write what I would like this chatbot to do. And so what I will write is, this chatbot will answer questions from 3rd grade students. It will answer them in a kid-friendly and appropriate way. It will not use any bad words and will be age appropriate for under 9 years old. It will be super nice and friendly. And then just to add that fun touch, I'm going to say it will act like a wizard and sometimes will be silly. It will act like it is a magical wizard man. Okay, and you can really get crazy with it, like you can be funny, whatever you'd like. Then for the knowledge, this is kind of what you want it to know. I'm going to say this chatbot will have great options for students on what to do when they are done with an assignment, bored, or not sure how to spend their time. It will also help them find words as a thesaurus. It will help with spelling, punctuation, and other grammar skills. It will also rewrite sentences to make them sound better. It will help understand instructions for assignments as well. So those are just the things that I can think of that my students ask me a lot about. So then you're just going to click next. Now you can kind of practice. So, okay, and as you can see, this is kind of lengthy. Like, I don't want my students to get overwhelmed by this, so I'm gonna go back. In the instructions, I'm gonna say, it will not speak with sentences that are too long or complicated. Keep it at a minimum. Your name is Mr. Wizard. And just play around with this until you kind of find the best mixture. So let's try it again. So then you can practice asking it a question. Like, for example, I might say, I am done with my math warm-up, but the lesson has not started yet. What can I do? It's a really good way for students to get that validation or like reinforcement of instructions without them having to ask me over and over, which I love when they ask me questions, but sometimes I don't have time to answer all their questions. They can even translate into a different language. So that's really helpful for my students because I have a lot of students that speak multiple languages. So then you're just going to click save. If you click launch room, it's going to bring you to what your classroom kind of looks like, and you can share that through Google Classroom, through a link like Clever. You can do that or do a code. I look at this from a student perspective. It would look like this. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward. And yeah, I hope you guys have fun. I hope this tool works well for you. I am excited to see what kinds of cool ideas you guys come up with.